Hi everybody, welcome back to Bring Life Indoors. It's Moira here. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to take this time just to say Happy New Year, and may you have a beautiful, beautiful year. I hope you're having a good start to the year. Yes, this is 2021. As for us, we're taking it easy. We actually just came back. We were away. We went to visit my parents, and we just came back on Monday. I'm glad this holiday season was actually different in the sense that we were able to see both of our parents and spend time with them. 2 weeks ago, we spent a week with my in-laws, and then this past week, we spent a week with my parents, which was absolutely beautiful. We came back on Monday, but I was not able to upload a video, unfortunately. I was tired. I was out. I was finished. I was not able to upload one, but I'm glad I was able to do that today. As for last week's video, I want to say thank you so much for watching and for commenting. It meant a lot. I was actually looking forward to your comments. I just wanted to actually do something I've never done before, where I take a video of how my plants are having been away for a week. Because every time I do go away, you come back, we never talk about what happens to our plants when we go away. And I'm glad that I was actually able to do a video immediately when I arrived home, because we had just parked the car. And I said to my family, you know what? I'm going to take a video right now. And I'm not going to prep it. I'm not going to I'm just going to do a video and as to how my plants are doing, having been away for a week. And it's something that one doesn't think about, and I'm glad that I was able to do a video like that. I've never thought of it, actually, to be very honest. I mean, we do go away, but then you don't think, to say, maybe I should take a video like that and just show how do plants react when we are away. And and plants differ from one another. I wish I could have actually taken all my plants just to show you with all my plants how they actually were while I was away, but then it was going to be a very long video. But next time I'm going to do that. When I go away and I come back, I will take a good video on all my plants just to show you how they're doing and how they react, being left out to dry, how they handle it. And and for me, looking at that video and looking at being away for that weekend, coming back and checking out my plants as to how they were doing, like I said, I've been away for a week, I've been away for 2 weeks, I've been away for a little over 2 weeks, and I never have someone over to come and check on my plants. I've never had someone over to come and check on my plants. And I've never even had someone at home, like let's say we usually just all go together, we travel together. So they do, some plants handle it well, some plants don't handle it well. You do get plants which likes to be on the dry side of things. So those plants handle it very well. They couldn't be bothered. As long as you have watered them the day you leave, they're going to be fine when you come back 2 weeks later. They're really going to be, they'll be thirsty, like you saw with my philodendron siloam. They'll be thirsty, but then they'll be fine. They won't be like all miserable, droopy, and almost out the door kind of way. You know what I mean? But then you do get plants which likes to be more on the moist side of things, which might not appreciate that at all. Especially if you're going away for 2 weeks, they might not appreciate that at all. So I wanted to more elaborate on that this week, today, just talk more about that as to things one can do when you're going away, and how to make sure that you come back home to less casualties than a lot of casualties plants wise. you know, or even 0 if you can. I don't know. I've never come home to 0 casualties. I'll be lying. I mean, I've never come home and there's no plant almost out the door or already out the door. I'll be lying. I'll be lying. When every time we've traveled for a week, or especially for 2 weeks, or a little over a week, I've come home to a plant which is almost out the door, almost, and I managed to save it, or already gone. You know, and I'll tell you the mistakes I've done. I'll tell you how you can avoid them also, you know, if you can. But you can actually avoid them. So yeah, so before I go into that, I firstly wanted to say thank you so much for watching that video. It meant a lot to hear your comments and to see you, to know you, to get to know your thoughts over it and how you see it yourselves, you know, and all that. So I was, like I said, I was not able to show you all my plants. I just did because I just wanted to do something quick and short, because I still had things to do, unpack and offload and help the kids and get them all settled and, you know, all that. But with the plants I showed you, for me, my first most concern, the plants that concern me a lot when I travel, is my peace lilies. My peace lilies and my ferns. Sometimes I feel like my peace lilies are the worst, you know, and my calatheas, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like those, with the plants I have in my house. Now I'm talking about the plants I have, the plants I own. Obviously, you might have more dramatic plants than me. But in my house, the dramatic plant so far I have is my peace lily, my calatheas. Then you start talking about your ferns and whatever, and the mosa plant, the banana plant, that one also is dramatic. But peace lilies are the worst because they dry out so quickly. Well, my peace lilies dry out so quickly, you know, within a week or in less than a week. If it's hot, they're already thirsty. So what helped this time around, and every time I traveled in the past, every time I traveled, I came back home to what you saw in that video, with the one peace lily on the corner in my living area, in my sitting area. That's what I would come back home to. And I knew it. I made peace with it, that, you know what, I'm just going to have to water it and it will come back. It will bounce back. And though whenever we would leave, I'll make sure that I water it when we leave. The day we leave, before I get in the car, I make sure that I give it lots to drink. But every time I came back, that's one plant that will tell me you've been gone for too long. But this time around, I was able to make all of them happy except that one you saw, by using the, what is it called again? I keep on forgetting this. By using the, let me just get the name quickly. I forgot the name. Yeah, it's called Hydrospike. So that's what I used for the first time this time around. Here's my peace lily. It's very happy. I used the Hydrospike. I'm gonna try and lift it up. But then, if you don't know how it looks, I'm gonna pull it out. This is actually what it is. This is made of, it's like a clay, like your terracotta kind of, yeah. And then you fill this thing with water, and obviously water comes through this into your soil. So this is what I used with my peace lilies this time around for the first time. I got these as a gift from Charlotte. It's a beautiful gift, Charlotte. I really love it. And believe me, I came back home to no drama except for that one plant in the corner, which somehow, yeah, it managed to finish the whole the whole jar of water. But funny enough, this time around when I traveled, I came back and it was still fine and the water was here. I mean, I haven't refilled. No, I did refill this. So the water was actually here. So, or not, I don't remember. But I just know that it didn't finish this time around. Yet I was gone for the same amount of days. You know, I was gone for a week this time around again. But then it didn't finish this. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe the difference is I watered it this time, because remember I came home. Yeah, I think that's the difference. Remember I came home from the sea and it was completely dry and it was drooping. And then I soaked it. I gave it a good drink. I soaked it, and after soaking it, I filled the jar and put back the hydrospike, and then we left the next day. So that's why it didn't finish the jar. You know, it didn't finish it. So and I've learned a lesson. That you know, with this size of glass, this size is big enough for a week. Actually, it's big enough for a week or 2 weeks actually. But then if I want it to last me for 2 weeks while I'm gone, it must be that my plant was already moist before I put it in, if you know what I mean. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, my plant was already moist before I put it in. But then you know, I never removed them actually. I've decided to keep them on hydrospike. I've never taken them off ever since the holidays. Ever since we left and we came back, I never removed them. So I've kept them. I'm actually leaving them to self water. So all I do lately is filling up these vases around the house with the few plants I have on hydrospike. So if you're gonna go away for a week or two or even more, for me, hydrospikes, self-watering works. It really does work. Just make sure that you've got a bigger jar or reservoir, whatever it is you are using as a water reservoir is bigger, that it won't dry out while you're gone. That's the only thing I would advise. Don't use something small like I did and I come back and it dried out. And yeah, they work well. They are absolutely awesome. They're awesome. So like I said, I've never removed them. They've made my watering days even more easier. I don't have to worry about a few plants around the house, especially the thirsty ones. Like I've got my mosa on a hydrospike. I've got all my peace lilies on hydrospikes, and I've got my one big giant fan which dries out so quickly. I have it on 2 hydrospikes, and it's doing very well. So when I travel, all I have to make sure is the water reservoirs are full, you know. Yeah. And the other hack I used when I was traveling is the one with the wick, which draws from the bottom. I'll show you with this plant. You know, is the one with the wick that draws from the bottom. Even this worked so well for me. It's still moist from the last time I left. I haven't watered them. I haven't refilled the water at the bottom. It's still fine. You know, that's how beautiful these systems are. You know, so for me, these 2 systems works absolutely well when I want to travel, and I use it on plants which I know might not appreciate being left alone to dry for too long. And the other thing I do when I travel, apart from making sure that, what I usually do is, if I know I'm traveling next week, I try not to water my plants earlier on. I leave them up until the last minute or a day before I travel to water my plants. So if I wanted to water my plants on a Monday and I know I'm traveling on Friday, I'm not gonna water my plants on Monday. I leave it and I water my plants on a Thursday, knowing I'm traveling on a Friday. That's the other thing I do, unless if I really have a thirsty plant which cannot wait up until Thursday. So I delay my watering schedule, if you want to put it that way, and I move it forward. And then I water the day before I leave, and the night before I travel, then I water my plants, you know. And it gives me so much peace, it does. And then the other thing I do when I know I'm traveling is that I, what do you call it, with all my fans, the ones that love to be a bit moist, with all my fans, I group them in my bathroom. I put them all inside the tub after I water them. After I water them, I put them all in the tub. My tub is quite big, so I put all my plants, even the ones in my bedroom, all my plants, that side, not this side of the house, just the bedroom side. I put my all of them, I put them in the tub. That way they create more humidity for themselves, because I'm not there to shower every day like I do. I'm not there, you know, to create humidity for them. So if you group them, they will create humidity themselves. You know, there will be humidity. They will create their own humidity because of them being close to each other. And it's the best thing, and they don't dry out so quickly. I've seen every time I do that, they don't dry out so quickly, especially my fans. So I water them the night before I leave, and then in the morning after we've all bathed, I put them all in the tub, and I put everything will be in my bathroom. That's plants that are in my bedroom and my bathroom, that side of the house. So yeah, it works, and when I come back, they're not thirsty at all. They're still moist. I don't have any issues. But again, the mistakes I've done, which you've also seen in this video, is sometimes I would think, like I did the mistake with my string of dolphins. That was a painful one. That was a sore one, because I actually was in between minds. I felt it's at the point where maybe after a day or 2 or 3, I would need to water it. And the truth of the matter is, I should have left it. Nothing would have happened to it. But I know in the past I've done that, and I come home and it has shriveled, you know. I don't know what example to give you, but like, yeah, from dryness. And yeah, I was scared that I'll do the same thing to it. So then I watered it, and it was a big mistake. And the worst mistake was the pot that was in, even though it's a terracotta pot, it doesn't have a hole, it doesn't have a drainage hole underneath. So yeah, I think I gave it a little bit too much, and it drowned. Yeah, I killed it. I came home and it was gone. It was really gone. There was no saving it. It was gone, and it was a sore one. So that's the only casualty I had this season. Yeah, I lost a string of dolphins. Can you believe it? And I've got one for Jonathan and Offense in their bedrooms, and I did well with those. I didn't actually water them. Can you believe it? I watered mine and I didn't water theirs, and I left theirs, and I came back, they were fine. And I'm like, why didn't you just do that with yours? But anyway, we learn as we go, right? Sometimes we second guess ourselves, and I've learned to say sometimes the first thought you think is the one to go with, and I didn't go with the one I first thought of leaving it alone. But yeah, I mean, the truth of the matter is, sometimes you'll get it right, and sometimes you'll miscalculate and get it wrong. But we learn as we go. We learn as we go. All right, that's all from me for today. I just wanted to elaborate more on that video I did last week as to things you can do when you are traveling, so that you can come back home to happy plants, not sad plants. Yeah, so please share. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. What is it that you do when you travel to ensure that you'll come back home to happy plants? For me, those are the two methods I use. The one with the wick at the bottom that drinks from where you sell water from the bottom, and the HydroSpike, which was the first time I used it, and I love it, and I'm definitely gonna stick to it. So please share. I'd like to know other methods out there, and definitely try them out and let you know what I think of them. Yeah, but that's all from me for today. Hopefully this video meant something to someone. Please share your thoughts over it. Please let me know what you think of this. But that's all from me for today. It's been wonderful. Again, Happy New Year. Thank you so much for your love and support in 2020. You were really a blessing. I'm really blessed to have a support like I have on this platform. I love you all. I've reached a 600 mark. Yeah, my channel is at 600 subscribers, and that for me is really a blessing. I'm growing. It's growing, and it means a lot. It really means a lot. So thank you so much for liking my videos. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you for your love and support, and until next time, bye.